Questions for Coach?
Matt from CBS Chicago again. Drew, when the team's just not making shots like your team was today, what can you do as a coach? What do you try to do to get something going offensively?
Yeah, I mean, we were trying to run different things, right? Like we were doing ball screens. We were trying to post up some. We were trying to come off staggers. We were trying to, whenever we got to stop, we were trying to push the pace in transition. We were trying a bunch of different things, and so you just we found some success with I can say it now, our Spain ball screen. Towards the end, they were kind of messing that up. So we were just trying a bunch of different things, and it was working. We just missed some open looks, and then missed some free throws when we started going to that Spain stuff. So.
Nick Lawrence, Mid-Major Madness. Coach, you're the youngest coach in the nation, and you had a stellar season. Just talk about what you can take away from this game today for the future of your coaching career.
Yeah, it's a great question. I feel like I just take so much from every game. This one in particular, maybe just trying to find something or another way to come out victorious. We tried to change. We're not necessarily I think one thing maybe we could have did defensively was try to speed them up or turn them over. But when you look at their assisted turnover, I mean, they had 6 assists and 17 turnovers. So, but we do a really good job with pressure in the half court. So, I don't know, just coming up with some try to find the answer quicker.
Mike Perman from NBC Chicago. Lucas has been a pillar of this program, accomplished so much, and you guys came in together. How would you describe what he's accomplished and what he's meant to the program?
Yeah. Just everything. It's tough. I feel so bad for him because, for that to be your last game, that should not define Lucas Williamson and who he is as a player, who he is as a person, what he means to this program. Because, like I told him after the game, I'll ride with you to the end, man. I mean, I've seen him go 0 in games and then, boom, make free throws, make a big drive to the basket, make a big defensive play, make a big three at the end of it. I've seen him do that, in his career. And so he deserved to go out better, but I'm just proud of how much he's grown, both like you said, both on and off the court.
Hi, Luke Calzada from the Loyola Phoenix. I know yesterday I asked you, what have you learned from the head coaches that you've worked under? What have you learned this year from this specific team that you'll take with you?
So many things. I mean, what your roster, first of all, what your roster needs to look like for you to have success, to play the style of play that I want to play, and what works here at Loyola. Communication, continuing to find ways to effectively communicate to put your team in a position to have success. Preparation, how much is too much, how much is too little, what I'm comfortable with as a coach so that I'm not on edge, so that it doesn't transfer over to the players. So many different things. I mean, I could go on and on and on, but it's one of the biggest things, I guess, would be like when you enjoy the kids that you coach, student athletes, young men. I don't want to say kids, but like when you enjoy the young men that you coach, it just makes it it just makes it so much better. That's probably the number one thing. Obviously, I knew that as an assistant coach, but in my position, when you thoroughly enjoy those young men and you have great relationships with them, it makes it a great vibe for you every day. And I think that creates an atmosphere where everybody wants to have success and everybody wants to be in.
Ed Major, A10 Talk. Did you expect this game to be such a defensive struggle
And do you feel like you can use your defensive skills going forward as you enter into the Atlantic 10 next season?
I sure hope we can play defense still next year in the Atlantic 10. One thing that I started talking about with this team late in the season was that if we brought the right edge, the right approach to and I talked about it a little bit yesterday, when we bring the right approach, people struggle to score 50 points on us per game. That was kind of that ended up being our goal, was to not let teams get to 50. And I think in the first half today, I think when they saw, wow, they only had 23 points, I think our guys were like, regardless of who you're playing, coach, you might be right. And so it was just things like that really that mental approach helped us all year. But as far as what we can, take from our defense, a lot of it, it started with the guys that we had. And obviously, there's going to be different people in those positions next year. And so, everybody talks about defense wins championships, and that's been what has made us so special here at Loyola, is those defensive numbers. So we're definitely looking and going to continue to add, two-way wings to help replace Tate, Lucas, and Ahir.
Last question for Coach right here.
Mark Shanowski, ABC 7. Coach, you've been here seeing the program rise, going to the Final Four, going to the Sweet 16, and now back becoming really an NCAA tournament fixture. You're losing some great veteran leaders off this team. What's going to be the challenge for you trying to keep this program at that level where making the NCAA tournament is no longer a surprise for Loyola?
Yeah, I think the first thing we got to do, me and my staff got to do a great job, obviously, in the transfer portal this spring. You can see Twitter. We're involved. We're working it. We're high motor with it. So we got to crush that. We got to get guys that are great fits for our program. You see the success that we've had, 6 straight years in all-league transfer. Really hard to do. Missouri Valley Conference, there's 15 guys make the all-league team. 6 straight years there's been a transfer from Loyola Chicago on the Missouri Valley Conference team. So that's pretty hard to do. We got some good stuff to sell, so we got to crush that. And then we got to continue to get better. Like, the guys that have been here have gotten better. So, like a Braden, I think he's way better this year than he was last year. Lucas obviously made a huge jump offensively. Ahir got better. Tate got better. Ryan Schwieger got better. The guys that have been within our program have gotten better. So we got to we got to get the right guys. We have to, obviously continue with the culture piece off the court, on the court, the vibe, and then we got to continue to get our guys better. I think we've got some guys. Ben Schweiger's been a guy that we've gotten way better this year, and I'm really excited for his future. So,
thank you, Coach.
Yep, thank you.